Good morning, this is Sakis Paraskevov, Senior Fundamental Analyst at IronFX, bringing you the morning comment for the 2nd of June. ECB to stand pat, but sound optimistic? The spotlight will be on the European Central Bank, which gathers today to review its monetary policy stance. The Governing Council is widely expected to remain on hold at this meeting, as some of the measures that were introduced in March have not been put into effect yet. We believe that even after they are put into action, the officials may want to wait in order to monitor the effects of all the previous steps before acting again. Therefore, the focus of this meeting is likely to be on President Draghi's press conference following the rate decision and the updated forecast for growth and inflation. We believe that upward revisions for both near-term GDP growth and inflation are likely due to the decline in financial market volatility and the recovery in commodity prices respectively, since the March projections. In such an event, we could see the euro to continue recovering some of its recent losses. As for Draghi's comments, we expect him to reaffirm his message from the latest policy meeting that the bank's policies are working, but need more time in order to show their effectiveness. Even though we expect the bank to hold its fire for some time, the biggest risk to that forecast is the still low level of inflation expectations in Eurozone. The minutes of the latest ECB meeting showed concerns that inflation expectations appear to have fallen with lower oil prices, but had not moved significantly higher following the recent recovery in the prices. If expectations remain at the current low levels or even decline further in coming months, it could threaten the rise of the actual inflation and may force the bank to raise its stimulus dose again. Elsewhere, the OPEC members will meet to decide on what strategy is ideal for the cartel. Expectations for a consensus to freeze oil output are low heading into this meeting, as Saudi Arabia is expected to call for participation by all members like it did in Doha. Since such a consensus would include Iran, a nation currently committed to raise its output following the removal of Western sanctions at the start of the year, any deal seems highly unlikely. Coming on top of the latest rally in oil prices, we believe that OPEC members will feel much less pressure to strike an agreement today's meeting. What's more, the reports from the preliminary gathering of OPEC officials before the oil ministers' meeting have suggested that there were no discussion on limits to oil output. Therefore, we believe that the chances of a deal are slim at this gathering. That being said, we have to know that a surprise deal by the cartel is always a notable probability. The risks of this meeting are rather asymmetrical, with a potential deal likely to cause a more aggressive market reaction compared to what investors are currently expecting. As for today's important indicators, in the UK, the construction PMI for May is expected to have remained unchanged from the previous month. Heading into the referendum, the economic data are likely to pass unnoticed, and the focus will be mainly on the polls results coming out. In the US, the ADP employment report for May is coming out, just one day ahead of the non-farm payrolls. The forecast is for the print to hit 180,000, up from 156,000 in the previous month. Such a rise could increase speculation that the NFP figure due out on Friday may also come close to 100,000, and thereby extend the dollar's recent gains. We would like to note, though, that the recent Fed commentary downplayed the significance of a weak NFP report, stating that numbers as low as 100,000 would still point to a tightening labor market. Initial jobless claims for the week ended May 27th are forecast to have risen somewhat. Besides President Draghi, we have 4 other speakers scheduled for today: Bank of England Governor Mark Carney, Fed Board Governor Jerome Powell, New York Fed President William Dudley, and Dallas Fed President Robert Kaplan speak during the day. For more information, including technical analysis, please read the full comment on IronFX.com or download our app and get all the information you need to trade. Also, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or circle us on Google Plus to get more trading ideas. This is Sakis Paraskevov, Senior Fundamental Analyst at IronFX, wishing you solid trading.